And we're back. More from the cursed state of California. Los Angeles doubles down against Trump administration. The city of Los Angeles will limit their cooperation with federal immigration officials. From LA Times. New restrictions that limit how Los Angeles city workers can assist with immigration enforcement do not violate federal rules. City Attorney Mike Feuer said in a report for city lawmakers this week. The question is especially crucial as President Trump seeks to strip funds from sanctuary cities that refuse to cooperate fully with immigration agents. Los Angeles has joined a legal brief arguing that the executive order, now put on hold by federal judge, is unconstitutional. There is no official definition of a sanctuary city, and Los Angeles has not officially declared itself one. But LA leaders have sought to limit city assistance to federal immigration agents. Earlier this year, Mayor Eric Garcetti issued an executive order that prohibits city employees from gathering information about citizenship or immigration status unless it is legally required or mandated by policy. Feuer also issued guidelines to city departments this week saying that Los Angeles does not have to allow U.S. immigration and customs enforcement agents to enter into any city facilities that are not open to the general public, such as areas restricted to city employees unless there is a warrant or court order. Well, with actions like this, California will certainly destroy itself in the defiance of American law. Breaking. Direct link to Seth Rich just revealed himself, and look what he said. Kim.com has offered written testimony and evidence that Seth Rich was the source of a massive email leak to WikiLeaks under the condition that the Seth Rich case is made part of the Russian probe. Kim claims he knew of Rich's involvement with WikiLeaks before the murder. From Kim.com. If Congress includes Seth Rich case into the Russian probe, I'll give written testimony with evidence that Seth Rich was the WikiLeaks source. From Sean Hannity. You have that evidence? I'm the evidence. You are the evidence? Can you explain that in more detail? I knew Seth Rich. I knew he was the WikiLeaks source. I was involved. And another piece of the puzzle falls into place. Unlike Obama, President Trump did not bow. Spoken like a true strongman, for a real man does not bow before anyone. Finally, a president who does not apologize for America when traveling abroad. President Trump, upon arriving in Saudi Arabia on Saturday, did not bow to King Salman as former President Barack Obama did. Just look him in the eye, firm handshake. That's how men do it. That's how we've done it for hundreds of years. It's a crazy world. Looks like the Saudis respect an American president more if he doesn't bow down. He's bowing. How pathetic. So there's Obama. There's Trump. Spot the difference? We sure do. Breaking. This just happened. Look at Trump. What a guy. Moments ago, President Trump and First Lady Melania arrived at Murabba Palace in Riyadh. Trump dances along with boisterous welcome ceremony in Saudi Arabia. Let's take a look.
That's right. We've been talking a lot about the president's day today. This is hour 11 of a planned 13-hour day. Obviously, the day will continue in Saudi Arabia tomorrow, but this is sort of the time where maybe they can relax a little bit. We saw Initially, a very ornate welcoming ceremony. We saw the king greet him at the end of the red carpet right there on the tarmac, something that we distinguished was very different from the Obama administration. And then we saw the presentation of what is effective immediately a $110 billion defense deal over the course of 10 years. It will be $350 billion. So much business has taken place, and now you can see the president here. He's walking along the corridor into the palace where, he'll be able to enjoy, like you had said, probably some pretty unbelievable cuisine.
It's a show for sure.
And then he'll be touring what is now, like you said, the palace, but a national museum there. Yeah, but you can really see that they're very concerned about the optics here. I mean, they've really rolled out the red carpet for President
I think there's been a lot of red carpets, multiple red carpets. Worth pointing out, with President Trump that we've seen, screen left is the First Lady wearing, it looks like a red dress of some type, and then Jared Kushner just behind them, Ivanka Trump there as well. We already saw Reince Priebus, Secretary of State, Secretary of Commerce, is part of this ceremony in Riyadh. Important, we saw a big, sort of some moments of conversation between the king and President Trump, and we've heard a lot of reporting about how President Trump is unconventional, and he's taken it upon himself to develop these sort of deep personal relationships with world leaders. He thinks that's important. He thinks that's meaningful for U.S. relations and for U.S. national security, that he has these personal relationships. And even the president, you can see, I wouldn't call this dancing, but perhaps swaying to the music there.
You know, for a president who obviously was elected for going off script, I will say that today has been very much going on script. And in fact, we saw Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, who was at this event here. He had a press conference with the Saudi Arabian foreign minister there. They talked about this being a historic day. They talked a lot about the arms deal, but then they also talked about moving forward. They talked about the fight against extremism. They talked a little bit about Iran. I mean, we even heard them, and this is particularly the foreign minister touch a little bit on Yemen, but very much a looking forward in a relationship and how to be more globally a global coalition when it comes to fighting ISIS, and definitely a stronger relationship going forward is what I'm trying to get to.
I think moments like this are very important to recognize. With the red carpets where Obama had none, Obama bowed and Trump did not, and yet they still respect him more. And it's a symbol that respect and honor have returned to America. God bless the United States